Thank you.
13 after 6 right now. Greg Moss here once again with business news.
You know, if the wind is helping pregnant women around the metro area, that would be sort of what we're talking about.
How does that work? I want to know.
It's an old wives' tale.
Yeah.
It's part of the change.
I had my first on a very windy night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, we'll have to ask our futurist about that. Because that's what we're talking about. Yeah, where's the media industry going? How about education and medicine? It is the role of futurists and strategists to keep an eye on these things and make some predictions. One well-known pontificator is David Houle. He's author of The Shift Age, and he spoke to is speaking to the Young Presidents Organization here in Denver tonight. We grabbed him, though, before we got a chance to do that, and he's in the Information Center with us this morning. David, thank you so much for getting up early. We appreciate it.
It's my pleasure to be here, Greg.
You say that the next 10 years is going to bring a level of transformation probably unmatched in human history. Why would you say that?
Well, we're leaving the information age. We're entering the shift age. And this decade, I've just called the decade of transformation, or the transformation decade. The speed of change has accelerated so fast that it's really a state of constant change. So everything is going to get transformed.
Let's talk specifically about the transformation of the media industry. What changes do you think are in store there?
Well, the thing you have to realize, if you're a baby boomer like me, we grew up with media that was defined by physical distribution. You know, newspaper represents a physical distribution system, as does television. The good thing for KUSA and television stations is that Internet 2.0 really equals video. So, and you're a news gathering service, so as long as you put the video out, it will go onto the net, which is, as you know, where the audiences are migrating.
Right. And you're going to actually put this interview up on the net, too, I believe.
Absolutely.
And energy use is another interesting area you focus in on. What's in store there?
This decade is going to be one of the most transformational decades in terms of energy. We're about ready to leave our definition and usage patterns of 20th century energy, moving from fossil fuels into wind and solar. We've just begun the age of the electric car. So it's all going to move in this 10-year period.
And medical breakthroughs?
Transformative. The real key thing to know is that over the next 10 years, we're going to be confronted with moral decisions we've never had to make before. Who gets to live forever in an overpopulated world? What if I know my DNA and my genetic code, and I'm thinking of marrying somebody and the match doesn't work? Does knowledge trump love? Things like that.
Interesting. David, I'm curious, how does one become a futurist?
Well, I've always been fascinated about the future. I've done things like helping to launch MTV and Nickelodeon. I've always been ahead of the curve, and I've always been fascinated about the next big thing. So I've given speeches about that, and I basically realized that my highest value to people like yourself and the planet is to be a catalyst to get people to think about the future, and then hopefully to facilitate a conversation about it. And that's what a futurist is.
It's an interesting book for sure. I'm sorry we didn't have more time to kind of dive into this, but you can check out the book for yourself. It's called The Shift Age. David Houle, thank you so much. And don't forget, he's got a blog too, evolutionshift.com. Get a nap in, David, before
Greg, thank you so much.
All right.